Texas Raiders right now.
No, because the Raiders can possibly win a game.
Can they?
Yes. Yes. They can possibly.
I don't know.
I'm ready to cash in. I need every dollar they hooping and hollering. Hey, celebrity fashion. Speaking of trolling fans, I'm trending they nosy, man. Yeah, King Diamond spoke a hand, but I'm low on cash. Hit the money.
I mean, Marcus already made his pick.
Packer.
I am in the exact same.
38 to nothing. Nigga, get out of here.
Down on one, the M for million cash. Wanna know how I know these niggas never seen money? Give a nigga a rope, and they Indiana Johnson. Can't count the how many times nigga money been funny. Stack it up, yeah, Nike shoe box and savings and loans. Something
Started Alonzo Gill at shooting guard and beat them. What? Come no.
Money and power, oh yeah, respect. I'm demanding this shit, I'm fucking up commas. I'm high as a jet, I'm flexing this shit. I can tell it's my time without checking my race. Feeling like I love the best in this bench. Had a few songs when I went at this shit. And if money ain't talking, I'm exiting quick. These niggas can match my
Right out, man. Hey, look, Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time. If I ever said different on this show, I was high.
Waking the morning straight to the bag and I keeping it rolling like Michelin Man. These niggas is crazy. They thinking that I ain't been on my shit lately.
Yo, what's up, my boy?
The Mayo Monster himself. What's good, baby?
Oh my gosh, I'm so tired of you, bro. I can't stand you.
Listen, if I got roped in to a show with just you, this is the only thing I got right now. Is to be able to laugh at the ridiculousness of Will the Mayo Monster Levis. That's all I got.
I mean, y'all lost by a decent amount yesterday.
Is my point.
We only lost by 7. So
yeah, but you also had like the 4th play in 2 games that elicited what the fuck is Will Levis doing? Didn't your coach like get caught? Was that him? Was that him? The coach was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Wasn't that y'all? As he flipped it backwards for some unknown, like,
bro, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was doing. I'm 2 games in. I'm sick of Will Levis already.
I don't understand what goes on in his mind.
Ain't no telling, man. But welcome to Conversations at the Shop, episode 191. Me and your boy Corey in the building, man. How you feeling about week 2, bro?
Oh, I feel I gave up on week 2 about a quarter and a half through my Cowboys game. That was just bad. That was awful. Other than that, it was a weird ass week.
Yeah, yesterday felt weird, bro. Like just
all of it. Like, number one, NFL, can y'all I feel like I say this every damn year. Stop with this damn 10 early games, 3 afternoon games. Stop that shit. Why can't that be
even
or close? 8 and 5. Something. But like, don't. The 3 afternoon games are like by the time people realize the Rams and Cardinals have started, Marvin Harrison had 2 touchdowns. So like, it was like, oh, that might be okay. Oh, it's 14-0 already. Damn. Well, what else do we got? Oh, the Steelers and the Broncos. Well, we know how that's gonna go.
I mean, it was a good game, but it was
no, it was a close game. No, it was a close game. Close does not equal good. It was a close game. That game was awful to watch. And then there was one good game, Kansas City and Cincy. That was it. That was the only good game to watch in the afternoon. You could have thrown a couple extra of these random games.
Especially for the people that got like red zone and shit like that. Like the first red zone in the morning was all over the place because it's 10 games on.
I mean, a couple of the games I was able to X out. Like you're not going to get me to watch a second of the Washington and the Giants. Usually you're able to the Chargers and the Panthers. That wasn't
touchdowns and still lose. That's what I want to know.
already knew I wasn't about to see Chargers Panthers. Like, X that out. I should have been able to X out Baltimore and the Raiders. That should have been a game that I didn't have to think about. Somehow.
24 straight points.
That
20
suddenly
straight points in
became
the
a game.
second half. That was crazy.
That's disgusting.
We're gonna talk about Baltimore in a minute.
Baltimore, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. That was nasty work. Nasty work. But yeah, no, week 2, like, as I'm sitting here, like the Saints, that was an upset. Tampa over Detroit kind of fell through the cracks. That was an upset. Minnesota really dominated San Francisco. They got a late touchdown and kind of tried to make it a game later, but like Minnesota was beating them the whole damn time. The Cardinals just smoking the Rams. That was a Cleveland over Jacksonville. That was like, what the fuck was going on?
That Cleveland Jacksonville game was nasty, bro.
Yeah, I did. That was another one I X'd out. I didn't watch the second half. Absolutely not. Jacksonville. What is up with them? I don't get it. They should be 2-0. Jacksonville should be 2-0.
They should be, but I don't know what's wrong with them this year, man. They just look out of place.
Well, so does Miami, and like they somehow got lucky with the even more out of whack team in Jacksonville, and then Buffalo smokes them. Like, excuse me. Buffalo looks weird. What is San Francisco about to do? Why is everybody getting hurt? What is going on right now? I completely forgot until this game started that AJ Brown was out. So AJ Brown's out. Kenny Walker's already hurt. Debo's out. Puka and Cooper Kupp both out.
Isaiah Pacheco just got hurt.
Pacheco's out. Jordan Love's out.
The Rams starting offensive line is hurt.
Oh, T. Higgins too.
Hamstring for 2 weeks. Yeah, he's been out.
Like
Josh Allen got a hurt hand.
Josh Allen can play through everything. Listen,
we saw what happened to Tua last week.
Tua concussion. Like
Mostart is hurt. He was out. Rasheed Mostart was hurt.
Yeah, I had a rough one of my teams. My second and third running backs are Kenny Walker and Mostert. So Mostert was out. I'm like, it don't even matter. He don't start anyway. And then Kenny went out. I was like, oh, well, this is fucked.
That's a bad one. Then
that was rough.
Somebody else got hurt yesterday.
There's been it's just so McCaffrey obviously, but
I think McCaffrey is out now, and he didn't play.
He's on injured reserve now. Like, he was out, now he's on the IR.
Yeah, like, Justin Jefferson was limping around.
Jefferson limped off the field. We don't know what's up with him. Like, it is NFL player safety. Get your shit together.
I think Joe Mixon got hurt last night too, on that hip drop tackle.
I know he was mad about it after the fact. So was Jamar Chase. He got himself. Why the Bengals, another team that should be 2-0, and Jamar Chase. I get it. You mad? Shut the fuck up right now and say something after the game. Don't get a 15-yard penalty and fuck your team up in the most important time.
I think he is more than just mad about the player. He still hasn't got a new contract. So his new contract.
Then don't play. But if you're going to play, calm the fuck down.
Let's go ahead and start. Which 0-2 teams you still believe gonna make the playoffs, my man?
It's the Bengals. Listen, number one, Cincy always starts slow. I don't know what it is, but they always start slow. Every year. Without fail. They should have won last week. They should have won
yesterday.
They both get how many trips to the red zone did they have in week 1 and just like couldn't score? I don't know. It's weird. The Patriots are weird and like tough and somehow difficult to beat, but they're still can't score for shit. Like it's weird. Yesterday, Cincy flat out should have won that game. They blew it. Then they thought they had it again, and then their rookie just fucking clear as day. Like, how can y'all complain about that? The dude clearly hit the shit out of the receiver before the ball was there. There is no arguing that was pass interference on that play. Like, you cannot argue this. Clear as day. I don't know why people are acting like that was some robbery or like, oh, the refs are helping the Chiefs. No, the safety helped the Chiefs by not getting his timing right. Like, let's chill off that. That being said, they have some things that they got to figure out still offensively, but what would help would be
Offensive line
getting
being one of them again.
offensive line still, but also like, why is Mike Gesicki like they need their weapons back because Mike Gesicki should not be getting like 17 targets a game. I don't. Why he couldn't play for the Patriots last year? Why is he your number 1A receiver? I see him getting the ball more than Jamar Chase. It don't make no sense to me. Like, I don't get that figured out. Get a running back. What is with all these teams that just decided, nah, we don't need running backs? Like, this just gone too far.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's
But
ridiculous.
I
Cincinnati as one of your teams.
I have Cincinnati as the number 1 of that group. If I had a number 2, the Falcons could be in this group if they lose today, which they need to. Yeah, because if I'm being real, the other, I think they're the other one that's kind of the NFC 0-2. Like the Rams can't be a part of it because they don't have. They
You don't know
got
how long
38
people
people.
gonna be on IR.
They got 38 healthy bodies left on their team. Like, I don't know what's going on. They should. Kirk Cousins, just Kirk Cousins, of course. When you throw a short out, you're supposed to throw it to the outer edge, and he threw it to the end. Oh, he dropped it. Never mind. I thought he held on to it and dropped it out of bounds.
Yeah,
interception. So he got lucky. I thought that was a pick, and he dropped it out of bounds. So, I wanted to throw the Falcons out there just by way of them being in what still could be a winnable division, depending on if the Saints are real or not. And the NFC just being wide the fuck open. The whole league is wide the fuck open. What am I talking about? But yeah, Baltimore, I guess, is still number 2. But like, also, why could y'all not stop the Raiders? Like, I mentioned losing Mike McDonald as the defensive coordinator. That's going to be a little difficult. It should not be stopping the Raiders in the fourth quarter at home difficult. There is that really concerned me that the Raiders were just like, oh, we can't run the ball for shit.
Watch this.
Put it in Gardner Minshew's hand. He gonna
throw the ball all game. The rest of the second half, they threw the ball up and down on the Raiders this past week. I mean, on the Ravens. That was ridiculous.
That was disgusting. Why is 30 of 38? Why is Gardner Minshew throwing the ball 38 times? And why is he completing 30 of them when they have to throw because they're losing? You know it's coming.
I mean, it's kind of just like how you know that the Ravens are going to run the ball. And
there's a difference.
Man, anytime Derrick Henry was on the field yesterday, they saw an 8-man box and didn't decide to play action it. None of it. Like, I think the Ravens don't know what to do with Derrick Henry, to be honest with you.
I think there's some stuff they still got. I think, yeah, they still kind of got to figure that out because systematically it's different.
Why won't they run them in the fourth quarter? 2 fourth quarters against the Chiefs, 2 rushes for 7 yards. Yesterday, 1 rush
He
for
didn't
8
have
yards.
much in the fourth quarter. That's not true.
For 7 yards in the fourth quarter?
He had 7 carries. Nah, hold up.
In the
Because
fourth
I
quarter?
just looked at that. I looked at that play-by-play not that long ago, and they just didn't see. It might have been on the last couple drives, but they, yeah, fourth quarter, yeah, they just didn't see the ball after like the first drive. It was one drive. It started in the third quarter, and then once the fourth quarter started, he had 4 carries on that first drive. That finished with this touchdown. That was their last touchdown. That put them up 23-13. And then the Raiders held the ball, got a field goal, and then the next drive, 1 carry. Or somebody just been 5. Yeah, so he had 5 carries, but 4 of them came on the drive that technically started in the third quarter. But then he had 4 carries on that drive in the fourth quarter, including his touchdown. And after that drive, he only touched the ball 1 more time.
So I guess the stat I saw was, I guess on ESPN they didn't count the drive that started in the fourth quarter. I mean the third quarter.
Yeah, because their last touchdown was a Derrick Henry touchdown, and that was that drive.
Yeah, but I thinking they didn't count it because it started in the third quarter, so they counted that kind of as a third quarter drive. So I think because they said he had like 1 rush for like 7 yards or something like that. His touchdown was close to the end zone, right?
Yeah, he had 1 rush for 5 yards.
Yeah.
He had 1 rush for 5 yards after that. But the fourth quarter literally was 6 plays, 5 Derrick Henry rushes on their on to end that drive. Like this is start of the fourth quarter. They're at the Raiders 50. It is Derrick Henry 2 yards, Lamar Jackson passed Isaiah Likely, Derrick Henry for 9 yards. There was a penalty. Derrick Henry for 17. Derrick Henry for 3. Derrick Henry for 3. Touchdown. That was the start of their fourth quarter.
So this is my question. Why won't they stick with that? It's unhealthy. You saw it in the first drive against Kansas City last week, or in the first week that they played. After that, they kind of just went away from it. Same
I
thing here. They have 1 good drive with Derrick, and they just like, you know what? All right, we good.
I think part of it is I do think they're still trying to figure out a balance between what Lamar's used to working out of and what Derrick's used to working out of. Because Derrick's used to single back or I form under center, up the gut, stretch, off tackle, shit like that. Lamar is almost primarily out of shotgun. A lot of read options, draws, stuff like that, but it's a lot about a shotgun. That's different. It's a different look. So I think they're still trying to figure out that balance. I think that's part of it. Yeah, I just think they panicked yesterday. Like it just felt like, oh shit, the Raiders got momentum. Fuck. What do we do? Give it to Lamar. Throw it. Throw it again. They just
You
panicked.
know what I haven't seen a lot from them though? Why Derrick is on the field? I hadn't seen a lot of play action, bro. I would think that with Derrick on the field and you see 7, 8 man box, hey, we're gonna play action, roll out with Lamar. I don't think they trust their wide receivers, bro.
Zay's been good.
Yeah, but when you think having Derrick Henry would open up one-on-one matchups with Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, where they could win one-on-one,
You would think so.
but you don't see a lot of that. That would be my thing that you would see with Derrick. Like, all right, we're gonna put you in certain situations that you used to, but we're gonna also have you out there on shotgun, where he is a good blitz picker, bro. Like he does know how
Yep.
to block the blitz. He can catch out the backfield. It's not like he can't.
Yep.
So you could really use him but I don't think they're using it right. That's just from what I've seen so far.
It's going to take some getting used to, but I believe enough in the Ravens' infrastructure that they will figure that out. So I'm not mad at them definitely being one of the like a 0-2 team, which dear God, because I already know who they play in week 3, and I don't like it.
If I'm Baltimore and I seen what I just seen yesterday from who you who we play next week, hey, Derrick Henry
Different
getting a
style.
knife.
It's a different style.
I don't care, bro.
It's a different
Alvin
style of
Kamara,
running.
Alvin Kamara had 4 touchdowns yesterday.
It's a different style of runner. That's all I'm going to say. Alvin Kamara was looking like a fucking goddamn 3.940 he was running out, so we couldn't catch that motherfucker. Especially to Derrick Henry. He'll run over some people. He's going to get his yards. He don't just be hitting the corner and just beat your pursuit to the corner the way fucking Kamara was. That motherfucker, I thought it was 2019 again. That motherfucker was blowing by. I was, what the fuck?
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, no.
Derrick can beat you running though. He is a little.
Listen, I'm not
I don't
doubting
think he's.
Derrick Henry
I'm
at
not.
all.
I hadn't seen the burst like he used to have because it used to be Derrick was guaranteed against Houston or Jacksonville. He's
Oh
guaranteed
my God.
90,
Okay.
97-yard run for a touchdown. 90, 82-yard run for a touchdown. Like that, those were guarantees every season.
Yeah. Fucking Kirk out here missing touchdown
Ooh,
passes wide open.
wide open, bro.
Ray just beating the defense. This will, man, listen. I don't know.
Kirk Cousins being Kirk Cousins again. I just need him to win today. That's all.
I don't.
He took
I
a
need y'all to give Bijan the ball. That's what I need.
right.
Bijan and Saquon.
Speaking of the Saints and the Cowboys, man, are the Saints a surprise team of
They
this
gotta
season
be.
so far?
They have, like, let's look at the 2-0 team so far. Seattle, they haven't looked as impressive. Like, they're 2-0, but it's eh. And people thought that they would be good. Like, I think they were 9-8 last year, or 10-7. Like, they were a good team last year. Tampa, they were a playoff team. Again, they won the division. Minnesota being 2-0 is weird.
I was saying
No
this
one
in the group
expected.
chat, bro. I was saying this in the group chat last week. I don't think nobody caught it, but Sam Darnold looked like how Kirk Cousins looked in that same offense.
Listen, as a USC fan, I love seeing Sam Darnold look okay and like an actual NFL quarterback. I'm happy for the boy. They can Justin Jefferson get held? I don't. There's another team they hurt as hell. That one's weird. So I can throw the Vikings into that, but the Vikings haven't looked. It's, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, fool Bijan just fumbled the ball. Damn it! God, come on. Like, very much like the Saints, the Vikings beat up on a shit team in week 1, and then beat a good playoff team in week 2. They didn't destroy like the Saints did,
They was
but
up like that at first. It was 20-3.
they were winning. Like, they were up the entire game. The score looks closer than what the game actually was.
Yeah, it was
Minnesota was
20-3.
Yeah, it was 23 for most of that. And, Frisco kind of got a little bit over there at the end. But so, you know what? Let's see. Anyway, the Chargers, look, they one of them wins was the Panthers, the other one was the Red. I'm not. No.
No.
Texans we expected. Pittsburgh is 2-0, but they've got like
A monster
10
defense.
offensive. They have like 10 offensive points. Like, I'm not. No.
10? I thought they only had 7. They scored their first touchdown.
I have no clue. I thought I was playing on the low end with that. I didn't think it would actually be worse.
Yeah, it's 7. They scored their first offensive touchdown yesterday. Their only offensive touchdown.
There you go. All right. So yeah,
Everything has been field goals.
so it's either
So
the
if you got
Saints or
that
the
field goal
Vikings.
kicker,
Right.
the Saints and the Vikings,
It's either the Saints or the Vikings.
I'm gonna go with the Saints because they done put up 40
Yeah,
twice.
the numbers that the Saints have put up are ridiculous. Like unbelievable. Unbelievable. And credit to them, credit to Derek Carr, credit to Dennis Allen, because they got 91 points in 2 games.
They got Derek Carr looking like an MVP candidate right now.
Listen, that sounds crazy. Everyone forgets Derek Carr was like a runner-up to MVP 1 year with the Red. Like he had a year, and he just literally the last week of the season like tore his ACL. And the Raiders went into the playoffs with whoever the hell the backup was and got smoked, I think, by the Bengals or something. But like Derek Carr did have 1 year where he was like that. I just thought it was a fluke year. I didn't think he was capable of it again. And somehow he's pulled the
He's
shit
looking
off.
like the MVP right now, which is crazy. After we just was like, and Derek Carr gonna turn on the Saints fans gonna turn on you
Right.
first game.
I thought it
And
was.
right now the Saints fans love, bro. They love dude. He is playing like an MVP candidate right now. And if we was to talk about who was the MVP of the NFL right now, there you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Him
For sure.
Him or Josh Allen.
That's it. Him and Josh Allen. That is
And those are 2 quarterbacks that we talked about in week 1, saying like, hey, they gotta show us before we do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh Allen got no real weapons, and then you go out and do this. Go out and play like you've been playing. Go down, you beat.
And to that same point, I mean, Rashid Shaheed, like that's his number 1 receiver right now. Like, and Olave,
like,
I forgot Olave.
You got Olave, but Olave had 4 catches for 81 yards yesterday.
Yeah, but they didn't need
he
to.
Had 3 catches
because
last
Kamara
week.
averaged 17 yards a carry, it feels like. And
he had 3 catches the week before.
They scored 91 points in 2 weeks. Like I'm not questioning them at all. I just wanted to say this because I had to look this up because I couldn't remember it. 2016, the Raiders went 12-4, and Derek Carr got hurt. They were still in Oakland. He got hurt in the next to last week of the season. 15 games. They were still in Oakland. 15 games. They went 12-3 with them. 3,937 yards, 28 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. And
that's what it's looking like right now.
Yep.
I think they scored on all their positions so far. I think.
They haven't punted yet. If they did, it was at the end of the game. I don't know. I stopped watching halftime, but Derek Carr finished 3rd in MVP voting that year. That was the Matt Ryan year. The Matt Ryan year, Tom Brady was 2, Derek Carr was 3rd in MVP. Guess who was 4th? Fucking Ezekiel Elliott.
This is crazy, bro. But yeah, the Saints right now are my surprise team.
Saints got to be
Minnesota,
1, Vikings 2.
Minnesota 2. So surprise teams. Who's the best team you've seen so far?
I mean, if we're going strictly off of just this is what I've seen, not like future who I think can like win, who I trust later, but just off what it's New Orleans 1 and Buffalo 2. Like I can't ignore. You can take week 1 and go, it was the Panthers. For them to do that for the Saints to do that in week 2, it's like, oh shit. The only reason I can put them ahead of the Bills is that the Bills had a bad first quarter and a half. You take away that first quarter and a half, the Bills
they
have been
turned up afterwards.
after that. It was a rough start. That first quarter and a half was rough. Take away the first 20 minutes. After that, the next 100 minutes, I ain't shit to say.
Defense been on point. Running game with James Cook been on point.
Josh Allen doing what he need to do, not doing stupid turnovers. It's yeah. Had that not happened, I'd have the Bills won. And I would trust them in the playoffs much more than I would trust the Saints. But yeah, you can't ignore. They scored 9. They haven't punted. Like now, I have to look that up and like torture myself more to see if they actually ended up punting at some point late in that game. Because
I
they
don't
might
think they
have.
have, bro. I think it's been what they had 14 possessions and it's been touchdown every possession.
There's
Touchdown
one
field
punt.
goal.
They had one punt at the end. They had one punt, so they have punted once, and Derek Carr was probably out of the game at that point. So they could probably still. Earlier, it was like in drives with Derek Carr, it was like something crazy. I don't know, but he ain't like that. They've been
But
unstoppable,
yeah,
right? They've been
I
completely
think
unstoppable.
I think the Saints are one of the best teams I saw, but I'm gonna go with Buffalo with being the best because I'm gonna take Week 1 against Carolina, who looks like dog shit, and I think anybody can beat Carolina like that.
And the Chargers just did.
I mean, which guy just got hurt? Herbert got hurt yesterday, didn't
He was hurt. I don't think he's not going to play.
he? Yes, we saw Tampa Bay, bro. I don't know. That was a good game yesterday. That was an
I mean,
interesting game.
if you're going off surprise teams the other way, Detroit's looking off.
I don't know what's up with Detroit, bro. Like Detroit, they just like playing these close games, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah, it was.
I don't get it.
They Golf had some
Questionable passes.
golf passes.
Some questionable shit. But what's
Yeah,
up, Fraz, man? How you doing, bro?
my G.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills being my first team. I like their strength of schedule so far, I guess I would say, because what Arizona looks like right now. So I'm gonna say Buffalo. It's probably
I
the
ain't mad
best
at
team I've seen so far.
I ain't mad at
Uh,
it.
would you say Kansas City? Because I mean,
No,
they
no,
look
no.
good. They just
They look fine, and we trust them because it's Mahomes. They are like 2 plays away from being 0-2. They are a toenail and a bad pass interference away from being 0-2.
that is true. That is true.
Like,
Because they should have lost against Baltimore because Lamar missed 2 wide open passes. He sailed one
yeah,
of them and
right.
threw the other one behind him. So
Yeah, no. Flat out missed some shit. Chiefs have, like I said, the Chiefs have been fine. Another one, Hollywood Brown, out for the year now. Just reminded me, thinking about the Chiefs along with Pacheco. They just make shit work. But they haven't looked great to me. It's just you're 2-0, but it's it's not been impressive. New
I'm not
Orleans has been
acknowledging Baker
impressive.
Mayfield. Yeah, New Orleans has been impressive putting up points like they have been.
Tampa's been good. Like that win at Detroit is good. They dominated Washington. Like Washington isn't a great team, but they took care of business. Like don't get shit from me. Oh, Jalen Hurts.
Damn, they called delay a game on Jalen Hurts after the run.
Give Saquon the ball.
Anyway, but yeah, I guess them to be the best teams I've seen so far. So speaking of Carolina Panthers and them getting the shit beat out of them last week, Bryce Young gets benched today.
After the coach specifically said
He's our guy.
he wasn't going to get benched.
How do you feel about that, bro?
It's been bad. It's been really bad. Like there is no getting around how disgusting the Panthers is. He's 2-16 now as a starter. That's correct, right?
Yeah, 2-16 as a starter.
The man completed 18 of 26 passes for
With
84 yards.
with the non-help he has Adam Thielen as his number one receiver, which Adam Thielen is not a bad receiver, but he's
Adam
not
Thielen
your
and
number
Deontay,
one.
Adam Thielen and Deontay Johnson. Technically, I thought it was supposed to be Deontay Johnson, but he's Deontay Johnson, so we're not. Like the man has no weapons.
He has no offensive line. He has
Zero offensive line. He
Chuba
got
Hubbard as his running back.
Chuba and Miles Sanders.
I didn't even know Miles Sanders was still in the league till y'all said
Yep.
something yesterday.
Now, that being said, like those things hurt him. Now, why does he not have offensive line or weapons? Because the front office and the ownership is trash. Because of everything they traded.
What, 2 first rounds and 2 second rounds?
All of those picks, y'all really let Jalen Hurts run for a first down on 3rd and 50. Jesus Christ. They traded 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and DJ Moore. And those picks, all 3 of the second round pick, they still owe a second round pick next year.
Yeah, I think so. They still owe a second round pick next year.
They still owe a second round pick next year. The first 3 picks that they gave up, all 3 of them are starters. And DJ Moore is also a starter.
So DJ Moore is the offensive lineman?
Offensive lineman, Darnell Wright, cornerback, Tyreek Stevenson, and Caleb Williams. And DJ. They're starting quarterback, receiver, corner, and offensive tackle. I believe right tackle. All came from that trade.
I mean, the offensive tackle, he ain't looking too good right now out there in Chicago. But
listen.
Everything else.
The point is, these are the picks that you use to supplement. Why don't they have those? Could have been those pieces that could have helped. You see what Houston doing? They picking people. You draft people and you hope, and that's the goal. Like, respectfully, I can only speak to my team because I know them best. I think all our first 5 draft picks this year are all 2 of our starting offensive linemen came from this draft. One of our rotational DNs, since we lost guys and guys got hurt. Micah's like a halfway defensive end pass rusher. We move him around everywhere. So if he's not rushing, if he's not on the line, the first guy, our 3rd DN, the very first guy we bringing in was our 2nd round pick. Our starting cornerback, because Deron Bland is hurt, that was our 5th round pick. Like, these good front offices, this is what you do. You draft well. The Rams, look at the Rams. They keep bringing in people in these rounds. You see Kobe Turner that they drafted last year, 2nd in defensive rookie of the year. That was like a 3rd round pick, I think. Puka was like a 4th round pick.
Yeah, because they ain't got no picks.
Yeah, but the ones they get, they make them work. They drafted Like the Texans got the offensive and defensive rookies of the year last year. The Rams had the second place finishers in both. Like, this is
you
what
can
you
see
have
that
to
it's
do.
working.
If you're going to do these trades, you better hit on them picks that you better hit on the pick that you're trading for. And then you better hit on them 4th and 5th rounders. You can't afford to not get those guys. And they got nothing right now.
Right. When the Rams got a good team, everybody just hurt right now. So
yeah. They're top heavy. The Rams are top heavy.
And that's even staying with what's called being gone. Aaron Donald.
Okay. So Andy Dalton is now starting for the Panthers. Andy Dalton's one game last year. He did pretty good.
Who did they play?
I would have to. I know they lost, but they scored 27 points, which they don't do. They played Seattle. That's who it was. They played Seattle. They lost 37-27, but they threw for 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. That was their second highest point total of the year.
Well, at least Bryce got them their highest.
Bryce got them 30 points in that weird-ass game against Green Bay last year that they also lost. They lost 33-30. But
that's the best game I've seen Bryce play.
Yeah, it's the only good game he pretty much played. That was the only game they reached 20 points after the bye week last year. 11 games, they reached over 18 points once.
Outside of him having a new offensive coordinator 2 years in a row and a new coach 2 years in a row, what's the issue? Is it Bryce?
Nothing.
You think it's Bryce? You think Bryson lost
everyone? It's everything. Bryce is not playing well. He does not look like a starting NFL quarterback. But he also has nothing around him that could help. So I can put a large chunk of it on Bryce, but I can't put it all on him. He's got no run game to help. Like a run game helps support a young quarterback. That helps. It takes pressure off. You can do play action stuff. Ain't no one worried about Chubba fucking Hubbard.
He has one game every year.
Like they don't
He'll have his one game in like week 7 or some shit like that.
Yeah. They don't have these. They have no kind of infrastructure that could help. The things that you need to help support a young quarterback: a run game, couple reliable pass catchers, a strong defense, an offensive line to protect. They have none of those things.
Yeah, their defense is terrible. Good God.
So it's like the Bryce supporters, you can absolutely argue if you get him in an actual situation with anything, he might be okay. But that's a tough argument to make because even when people have struggled, they rarely look this bad.
Yeah, I think that most of it, I'm going to say it's 50-50. Organization-wise and Bryce-wise. I was looking at some tape today, bro, and Bryce sat down on that bench, bro, and the quarterback coach came and sat next to him, dog. He just looked like he was broken, bro. Like you're ready to give it all up. Now,
getting killed.
With Bryce being benched, do you keep him in Carolina, or would you be looking to trade Bryce Young?
For what?
I mean, somebody gonna need a quarterback soon.
Not looking like that. Who is trading for Bryce Young to be their starting quarterback right
now? I can think of one team.
Even as bad as the Mayo Monster has been, he ain't been that bad.
I wasn't talking about us.
Oh, that was the next worst quarterback in the league that I can think of.
I was actually going to go with Miami.
No. I'd rather take chances with some that you're not. They got too much. They got too many weapons, too much money tied up, and too many people to be like, yeah, we're gonna put Bryce Young in here.
I mean,
You want Tyreek to punch him in the face?
okay, this is why I said that. We've seen what he looks like with no help, with no offensive line. You give him some talent. I mean, Miami. I think the problem with Miami is Miami don't have no big receivers that's reliable. They just got two speedsters, and then your backfield is fast. I think
Listen,
if you put Bryce there, he might do okay. If Tua is not gonna
no,
be okay.
no, no. This is why it won't work. This is why it won't work. And it's not just that he players will fucking revolt. You got too many. You need someone who can control, be a leader, and deal with the personalities on this team. You got Tyreek and Jalen Ramsey on this team. Bryce Young put up bullshit. Jalen, you think Jalen Ramsey is gonna sit there
Do you think
and be
he?
quiet?
But do you think he would? You would think he pulled it there? Like he got the same qualities that Tua got,
No.
but he know how to slide. I mean, he followed him.
You're putting some real. I'm not a big Tua person, but you are putting some real disrespect on Tua right now.
I mean, I'm watching them in college, bro. They both
This
won a
ain't
national
college.
championship. I'm just
This ain't
saying
college.
they both won a national championship. They both played around a lot of talent where they was at.
Yeah, because they was on the same team.
I'm just saying. I think if you put him with Miami, I think he'll do fine, bro. That's just a hunch for me, bro. I think he'll do fine.
I'm off. That's Jalen Hurts that got benched and then went to
I'm gonna say
Oklahoma.
that's Jalen Hurts that got benched and
Yeah,
went to
that's what I was
Oklahoma.
thinking of. My bad.
Tua passed the reins to Bryce.
You were putting some real disrespect on Tua's name. That's
I'm not
disgusting
saying
word.
I'm not. No,
That's
I'm not
disgusting word.
saying. No, it's not. It's not, bro. They both won a
It
damn
is.
Heisman Trophy, bro.
This ain't fucking. It had been a lot of people that have won a Heisman Trophy ain't done shit in the league.
But also, who has been on a shit ass team like this with nothing? No offensive line that protects you, no running game, no defense, no nothing.
And they ain't look this bad. He's setting records for bad.
Bruh.
I understand it all can't go. It doesn't all go on him. I understand that, but a lot of it does, and he looks terrible.
New situation. I think he look fine in Miami. I
I
wouldn't
think
pay him a lot of money, but I would.
who's. I think you're trying to get Mike McDaniel fired. Like that's
I
what I think.
mean,
I think you're
he
trying to get him fired.
he might be on the chopping block as the if he don't do nothing this year, next
He
year he
might
gonna be
be.
on the chopping block.
He might be. They were to do something for two. And what again? What are you trading for Bryce Young?
What if you cut him? How much money is he owed?
They have rookie skill, so it's not as bad anymore. But it's not that. It's just a bad. That's an awful, awful look. He was still a number one overall pick. Yeah, it's not anything. It's a 4-year deal, so it's not like a Russell Wilson
It's
type
like
of
what they
Deshaun
want,
Watson
like
type of
20
shit.
mil, bro.
Yeah, it'd be like 20 mil.
They can take that cut. You already traded away half the damn team anyway.
No, it'll cost 34 mil overall. Total dead cap, 22 mil next year, 12 mil the following year.
Man, Miami would be one of the teams I would look at.
Nobody's trading for him.
Other than that,
Seriously.
I don't know where he gonna have to go. He gonna have to go soon, bro.
No, he don't. If I'm Carolina, we gonna figure something out to make this shit work. As much as we gave up, including damn number one pick this past year. Oh no, we are exhausting all options to make this shit work. What you mean? Fuck out of it. No, do something else. Oh yeah, I'm the owner. If the owner was worth a shit, that might be something, but he's not. But if I'm the owner, it's like make this shit. You make some shit happen. You were in charge. They only gonna give a. Oh, that's wild. Are they only gonna give a penalty to Ray Ray? Because that should be on both. That's trash. I'm sorry. So CJ Gardner Johnson literally snatched the man's mouthpiece off of his helmet. Ray Ray McCloud punched his helmet. Only Ray Ray gets the flag for that. Come on now.
That
Y'all
man,
can't do that.
the second one always gets fined, bro.
That's disgusting. Yeah, but usually if it's like a push and a pushback or something like that, he broke the man's mouthpiece. It ain't even connected to his helmet. He's gonna have to get a whole new helmet now with the mouthpiece still connected. That's horrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. Let's get to these picks so we can get up out of here, my boy.
Yeah.
Well, right
Yes.
now, for the week, I am 9-6. Corey is in second place right now at 8-7. What is Malik's record? I want to say he is
Malik and both Malik and Marcus are
Marcus
7
at
and 8.
7-8.
Now Jarrod is the only person who picked the Falcons tonight.
Yes, I am the only one that hopped on the
So-
Falcon train tonight.
If the Eagles win, which the Eagles are currently winning, we tie for first. Now for Jarrod, that's an accomplishment. For me, that's disappointing. I'll
It's an
take
accomplishment because of last week. My last week record was awful.
I will take the tie, but like Jarrod would be happy with the tie. I'm never happy tie.
Yes. Because last week my record was I was
trash.
first place at the beginning of the day.
Mm-hmm. And it all went downhill.
It all went downhill in the second half of the day. This week, my second half of the day was amazing. The first half of the day was like, yeah. This week was
Regardless,
weird.
as it currently stands overall, I am number one still at 19-12. Malik is 18-13. Jarrod is 16-15, and Marcus is 15-16. But again, Eagles lose. If the Eagles win, then Marcus moves to 500, and Jarrod is tied for last.
500.
And
we're
going
both tied for third.
Like,
don't do that. It's not last. It's third.
Tied for last. Whatever. It's last. It's whatever. Call it what you want. It's bad. All right. So hold on as I erase these last weeks and we get moving for week 3. Thursday night game. Oh, this will be fun. Shout out to Malik. Hope you're good out there in Carolina. The New York Jets hosting the New England Patriots on Thursday night.
All right. So this is a weird game to pick.
I'm with you.
Because New England has looked very decent this year. Their defense is not to be played with. They just can't score no points. The Jets, on the other hand, looked bad one week, and I wouldn't say they didn't look bad yesterday. It actually was a decent game.
They didn't look great.
Yeah, they didn't look great, but our defense is good, so I'm not even going to put that on there. So, I mean, it's in
New York.
So I'm a I'm gonna pick the Jets win their home debut. I don't think New England will score enough points.
I don't trust either of their offenses, even though the Jets' offense should be better, and it is disturbing that it's not. Like, what is going on? Y'all got way too many weapons to be struggling to score the way y'all are. Really bothers me. They need to figure that out. But I'm not ready to pick the Patriots yet. I'm not ready to take that step. I'm not there. So yeah, I will also be taking the Jets, and I'm going to trust that Aaron Rodgers will get this shit together. Because Lord knows Nathaniel Hackett won't. Ugh. Oh God. Well, at least it's more even. You know what? I'm not even going to complain because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 early games and 5 late games. Love that. Thank you. All right. Oh, and there's a double header on Monday night. Weird that it's just in week 3, but sure, I guess. First up, Sunday early game. Ugh, the New York Giants at the Cleveland Browns.
Give me the Browns. I'm tired of the Giants. I'm not picking them
Yeah,
not one time this year.
there's no chance in hell I am picking the Giants, but good God, I
But you
don't
know what?
like picking the
The,
Browns.
I don't like picking the Browns, bro. The Browns look terrible, though. This is a terrible, terrible,
Yeah,
terrible,
nasty work.
very nasty, bro. Like it's disgusting.
Yeah. See if you have fun with this one. Green Bay Packers at the Tennessee Titans. The return of Malik Willis to Tennessee.
Still picking the Titans. First of all, the Colts are stupid. Let me tell y'all, there's no way that I know that Jordan Love's not playing, and I they're going to run the ball heavily, and you give up one. I mean, Josh Jacobs had 157 yesterday.
Something like that.
Give me Tennessee. Tennessee defense not gonna let that happen. I hope not.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. Tennessee defense might not let that happen, but the Mayo Monster will let something happen. He is going. He is going to. Y'all defense might hold them down. It's Malik Willis. He can't throw for shit. I don't think he throws that ball more than like 4 yards in front of the line of scrimmage. I don't know. I don't care. Somehow, some way, Will Levis is going to fuck this off because that is what the Mayo Monster does.
You know what? You know what's bad, Corey? I don't disagree with you. Yesterday, we were up 7-0. We could have went up 14-0 when he threw that whatever that was. It was in the red zone. Everything happens somewhere close to somebody's end zone. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I'm sick of him already. But
He's one of the 3 worst starting quarterbacks in the league,
yes,
and I might be being kind.
he has all the help in the world. He got the receivers. Because when he do make the passes, they be right on the money. They be right there. It's just when he's bad, he's horrible.
It's him, Bryce Young, and Bo Nix.
And we had so much hype for Bo Nix.
Y'all did. That was you don't group me in that. That is not a we. Nah. Some other people here. That one I listen. I'll make my bad picks. I'll get that. Nah, I was not on the Bo Nix train. The fact that I would take Will Levis and Daniel Jones above the Mayo Monster is that's a problem. I would absolutely
All
take
right.
Jacoby Brissett over him. It's not even
I
a
would
question.
too right now. And if we had Jacoby Brissett, we'd be 2-0.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
With the defense we got right now, 2-0.
Yeah, I'll give y'all defense credit. Your defense is good. What the Kirk Cousins is some Jesus
Kirk
Christ.
Cousins is ass. I hate
All
that
right.
kicker. So who you got?
Another weird game. The Chicago Bears at the Indianapolis Colts.
All right. So the Colts have looked like garbage
This week.
last week. Yeah, this week.
They
This
didn't
week
look
they
like
look
garbage last week.
okay. No, they didn't look like garbage, but I'm talking about just this past week. This past week made me upset with them. Jonathan Taylor is still the only weapon on offense. At one point in the game yesterday,
Alec Pierce is getting
and
some
Corey, at
numbers
one
going.
point in the game yesterday, it was the fourth quarter. Jonathan Taylor had 135 of the 200 total offense of the Indianapolis Colts.
My dynasty team appreciates that.
Chicago Bears look good on defense. Their offense is terrible. I don't think
that offensive line. We talk
Caleb
about
has
Carolina's
thrown,
offensive line.
I don't think Caleb has thrown an offensive touchdown yet.
He hasn't. He can't. He's getting like 0.8 seconds in the pocket before he has to run for his life every play.
You look like Justin Fields out there, huh?
No, I think they believe in him more than they believe in Justin.
It was the same thing. He had no offensive line. I'm gonna pick Indianapolis, bro. Indianapolis offense looks better than Chicago's offense. I'm gonna go with Indy.
This is really, really tough for me. It depends on what Anthony Richardson we get. Anthony Richardson is either going to make 5 plays that make you go, holy shit, this is the next era of quarterback. Or he's going to just do some just awful, awful plays. Like that first touchdown pass he made last week was unreal. Literally backpedaling with like his offensive lineman pushed in his face, and he said, "I just launched it 50 yards downfield on the money." Just like some throws he makes is ridiculous. The Bears defense looks better than any other unit in this game. So I'm going to take the Bears. I don't feel confident in it at all. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel good about it, but I'm going with them. We'll see. Matchup of a pair of 2-0 teams. Didn't think I'd be saying this. Houston Texans at the Minnesota Vikings.
Is Houston team going to travel well? Again, I'm gonna take Houston because I don't know what Chicago gonna play. I don't know if Justin gonna play or not. I'm gonna take Houston.
That part, definitely. I don't know if Justin Jefferson's healthy, and even if the offense struggles, Houston's defense is usually pretty good too. Their pass rush is very good. So I'm taking the Texans, and yeah, Minnesota still got to prove it a little bit to me. Another interesting one. Philadelphia Eagles at the New Orleans Saints.
Give me New Orleans on this one. I'm gonna ride the train with New Orleans this week.
I don't like the fact that we're agreeing this much.
I didn't pick them last week against the Cowboys. I thought they struggled, and they go out there and just beat the brakes off the Cowboys. I am going to.
You have to bring that up. You could have just said they've been impressive.
I'm sorry, Corey.
You have to throw that out there.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you think I'm not taking the Saints after what the fuck they just did, not a fucking chance. I'm absolutely taking the Saints. You know, and also fuck Philly, but that's beyond that. It's more so
Think
about
we
the
can get
Saints.
You think we can get a pin exciting tonight?
Nah, because their defense is playing good. They're just running the fuck out of Bijan, as they should. And Algier, like honestly, both. I'll be forgetting that Algier's really good because Bijan to go out and they still clipping off like 10, 11 yards on a run because Algier's just running through.
Bijan got 70 some yards already. I think Algier got 40.
That's what's crazy about like, yo, y'all should be able to like this offense really should be really good. Like Kirk, you've got the offensive line is clearly good. Bijan's at 10 for 72 and Algier's at 5 for 33. He's at 6.6 yards a carry. Bijan's at 7.2. You can run the ball. Your offensive line is clearly like can at least on the run blocking side handles his business. You got weapons. Drake London, Ray McLeod is a deep threat. Kyle Pitts. I mean, he's there. This offense should be better, and it's not. And I see him right there. Another battle of 2-0 teams. Let's see if this reaches 30 points combined. The Los Angeles Chargers at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Give me Pittsburgh. The defense hasn't failed me yet. I'm gonna ride with Pittsburgh on this one.
Stop stealing my picks. I'm out of I already stuck my claim as Pittsburgh being one of the teams I just thought was going to be good. And so for my own being right, I'm sticking with them because the defense is fucking ridiculous. And I get pissed off every time I see TJ Watt make a play because we drafted Taco fucking Charlton over TJ Watt, and I will never, ever forgive them for that dumb shit. So yeah, I got the Steelers. Last early game, Denver Broncos at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Give me Tampa Bay. I'm not picking Denver. Sorry.
Yep, Denver gonna have to win something for me to believe in them. I have zero faith in Tampa. I mean, in Denver at all because Bo Nix is trash, and their number one receiver is Courtland Sutton. Who's the worst number one receiver? Adam Thielen or Courtland Sutton?
Ooh, that's a toss-up.
It's not even a toss-up to me. It's Courtland Sutton to me. It's not. Adam Thielen had some games last year. Like I'm not. Nah. Respectfully, Adam Thielen has had some games in Minnesota before Jefferson got there. In Minnesota after Jefferson got there.
Okay, that was in Minnesota. You know what?
Last year, look at his first like 5-6 weeks of last year.
I mean, shit, he was getting force fed. What the call through them? I know Bryce was.
Who the fuck else is Denver throwing to? Dolchich?
Bro, I have no clue. I don't know who Denver throwing to.
I'm actually curious now. Like I am actually curious what other receivers the Broncos have.
Don't they got they got a nice tight end, though?
It was supposed to be Dolchich because I traded for him, his ass in my damn dynasty league. He ain't do shit. Their leading receiver yesterday was Josh Reynolds. He had 4 catches for 93 yards. Their second receiver was Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Anyway, keep going, Corey.
We're moving on. There's a grown man named Lil Jordan in the NFL. What the fuck is going on? His name is Lil Jordan. Oh my God. Why?
What's the next
Lil Jordan? Kicking off the afternoon for me, kind of like evening for y'all. Carolina Panthers
Give me the other
at the
team.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Give me the other team. Yeah, I got the Raiders.
I am also taking the Raiders. I did my try on Carolina, and that didn't go well. So
Yeah, they
I'm not
got smoked.
They still, I still think their schedule is there's other teams who are not great on their upcoming schedule. Okay,
They gonna get a win, and I'm gonna pick them one of these weeks.
Bears,
Just not this week.
Yeah, no, the Bears. They got the Bengals next week. I think Cincinnati's gonna start like turning the switch on like they normally do. The Bears haven't looked great. The Falcons haven't looked great. Washington hasn't looked great, and then it's Denver. Then the Saints again.
I think they
And then
I think they get their first win against Denver.
and then they have the Giants after that. Like there's
Ooh.
games.
The Giants, the Giants in Denver might be their 2 wins. But go ahead.
I really want both teams to get there with no wins. I need that in my life.
What's the next game, Corey? We both picked the Raiders.
Next up,
Oh Lord,
the Miami Dolphins at the Seattle Seahawks.
Skyler is starting at quarterback. Skyler Moore.
Skylar Thompson.
Oh, Skylar Thompson. I'm sorry. Give me Seattle.
Yeah, you get no arguments from me. I'm gonna have to roll with Jesus Christ. This guy. They also signed Tyler Huntley. Did he make the Pro Bowl like 2 years ago?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He made the Pro Bowl when Lamar was hurt.
It's like the fifth alternate.
He sure did.
Yeah. Yes. Remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, I got Seattle. Just throwing that out there. Even though, like, Kenny Walker, get back, get healthy. I need you, please. But yeah, Seattle doesn't always look pretty, but they win. Fuck it. All right. The Baltimore Ravens at the Dallas Cowboys.
Baltimore needs a win. Cowboys need to look better.
We both need a win.
I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens. I think they finally be like, all right, we got Derek. Give me Baltimore.
I don't know. I have no clue. The fact that Gardner Minshew just literally just carved up the Ravens defense leads me to believe that Dak should be able to carve up the Ravens defense. I don't trust our defense. Why couldn't the Ravens play anybody else? Why couldn't they won a goddamn game? I'd feel a lot better. Because I can't see the Ravens going 0-3. That seems unfathomable to me that the Ravens will go 0-3.
Especially after going all the way to the AFC Championship game and you keep everybody and you only lose. Well, they lost some defensive players.
And the defensive coordinator. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you picking the Cowboys?
I'm too stubborn for my own good. I'm picking the Cowboys. This might cost me. With us having so many similar picks, that might cost me. But Oh, great. This is just getting even better. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? In the injured bowl, San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams.
The Rams are more injured than the 49ers. Give me the 49ers.
C-Mac out, Debo out,
Still
Cup
got
and
Brandon and
Puka out.
Jordan.
And who? Oh, Jordan
Jordan
Mason. Okay. Yeah. Still got Kyron Williams.
That's it.
Listen, Matthew Stafford.
I got the 49ers. Pick them. Pick them, Corey. Don't get in your own way.
Hold on. Let me just see something really quick.
If you're gonna pick the Rams, pick the Rams, Corey.
I need to see close loss, win. Let's see. Year before. Smoked and okay, shit. Yeah, fuck it. All right, I'm taking the Niners. I wasn't sure what Sean McVay had done against the Niners recently. And this is what it's one thing to already be down C-Mac. The Niners without Debo has been rough in the past. Like Debo has always been a huge difference maker for their offense. To be without him and McCaffrey, you're putting a lot on Brock Purdy that I don't think he's capable of pulling off. But I don't know who Matthew Stafford is throwing to.
Allen
Tutu
Robinson.
Atwell. Allen Robinson thing. What? You know why you would say that. Tutu Atwell, I think, is still there. I think. Whatever. Yeah, I'll stick with the Niners, but Jesus Christ, I did not feel good about it at all. Who are the other receivers? Let's see. Demarcus Robinson. He's and Tyler Johnson. Who the fuck is Tyler Johnson? I don't even know. All right.
I don't even know why you looked it up, Corey. That was you're hurting yourself.
Yeah. I'm going with the Niners. I'd let the record show. I would not be shocked if the Rams pull this off. This is the Sean McVay special. This is a Sean McVay special if I ever saw one. All right. Last of the late games. Another interesting one. The Detroit Lions at the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, Tyler found Marvin yesterday. Then the Rams decided, hey, we should probably cover this guy now. I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions I'm gonna call this an upset. Detroit Lions in the upset win.
What?
Yep.
You mean?
Because I believe Arizona has looked better than Detroit this year.
The Lions are favorites in this game. The Lions are like NFC, one of the top favorites to win the NFC.
Have you seen the Lions play with Corey?
I understand they lost yesterday to a Tampa team that also made the playoffs and might just be good.
I'm just saying.
You can pick the Lions, but you can't call it an upset.
From the eye test, Corey.
Here you go, fucking up our credibility again.
From the eye test, bro. I'm just saying, dog.
That's terrible. Just to spite you, I want to pick the Cardinals, but I'm not. I'm sticking with the Lions. It's not an upset because they're favored they're 3-point favorites on the road.
Okay, cool.
It's not an upset.
Just because Vegas tell you it's not an upset. Well, my eyes tell me that that's an upset.
They're both 1-1. Let's just relax. Okay. Sunday night. How the fuck? Why are the Falcons getting primetime games in back-to-back weeks? NFL. What? Kirk Cousins ain't that. Fuck are y'all doing? Kansas City Chiefs at the Atlanta Falcons. Sunday night.
Give me the Chiefs. I'm not picking
And we
Atlanta
gonna need
2
a
weeks in a
score.
row.
And we're gonna need a score.
Chiefs 27, Atlanta 13.
All right. I am also taking the Chiefs, but without Pacheco, I don't know if I trust. They're already down Hollywood, and now Pacheco's out. I don't trust the offense that much, but I don't trust the Falcons at all. So I'm going to go for 17-9, because the Falcons' offense looks good till they get in the red zone, and then they can't do shit.
But Kyle Pitts has one target for one
I,
reception for 1
yeah, it's the
yard.
story of his career. Why are you out? Are we surprised by this? At what point are we going to be done being surprised that Kyle Pitts is not getting big numbers? It ain't happening. Not even a surprise.
He's blocking. I hadn't seen him on a route all night.
Yeah, because they running the fuck out of, because they're averaging like 8 yards a carry per run. I wouldn't throw the ball. Yeah, you know what? You an offensive lineman right now. Because we are out here literally. Oh, let me look at this. Now, hold on. Let's see if there's another Algier run. So they are, as a team, 21 carries for 145 yards, basically 7 yards a carry. Yeah, block, Kyle. You talking about? I'm not doing that. You blocking right now. About the pass. Kirk can't move out the pocket.
He doing pretty good too. I ain't gonna lie. He doing pretty good blocking, but
yes, he's fucking huge. He should. All right.
yeah.
Monday night doubleheader.
Oh Lord. What happened to doing this week 1?
I don't know. Also, what happened to having good Monday night games? First up, Jacksonville at Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yep. I don't think anything needs to
Give
be said.
me 28-13.
I'm taking the Bills as well. I will admit this kind of scares me because this is pure Josh Allen. 3 interceptions in a fumble game, and they somehow lose like 27-24 or some shit. But I've staked my flag in the Josh Allen camp. I'm sticking with it. The offense has been on point, and their defense can create some turnovers, and the Jags are weird. Oh, Jesus. Drake London was wide open. Kirk Cousins he might be done. I got the Bills. I'll say 27-17. He had London. Oh, no, he didn't. Safety was there. Never mind. Okay. So I retract my statement on that one, Kirk. The other Monday night game, and they're basically at the same time. One at 4:30 Pacific, one at 5:15. Washington at Cincinnati.
Give me Cincinnati. Washington just came off a game where they scored 7 field goals and won.
And a score for this one?
17-15.
Ugh.
I don't think Washington scored the touchdown again this week.
I do not like how similar our picks are. That bothers the crap out of me. Jesus, you've got like 37 picks. This is it makes me want to pick Washington.
This week is weird, Corey. This is a bad week.
This is awful. I'm taking the Bengals. I'll take the Bengals 21-10. No. Washington gives up points. 24-17. I think they'll get a couple big plays. Jaden Daniels will make something happen, but Burrow gets the Bengals in the win. If I have the Ravens going 0-3, I can't have Cincy going 0-3.
All right, man. Well, those are our picks for the week. You got any positive words before we get up out of here, dog?
No, I hate all of this. I have nothing positive right now. This is all terrible.
That is horrible, my boy. Positive words for the week, man. Lock in, get what you want, bro. Go after it. And if you don't get it, find something else and go after it, but never give up. That's all I got for y'all this week.
That'll do.
But all right, man. Y'all know the vibes. Conversations at the shop. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, anywhere you get your streaming podcast, we are. Follow us on Combos at the Shop on Twitter, on Instagram, all Conversations at the Shop on Facebook. Come join the group, Conversations at the Shop on Facebook.
All that
Good stuff, man. Y'all have a good one. We see y'all next week, dog.
for sure. Malik Marcus, don't ever make me do this again.
This wasn't even bad, bro.